It's working? Awesome. Okay. Is everybody ready? Excellent. Okay, so this is my favorite part of the entire day is the product launch session. Because those that you know me, I'm Ron Finman from Finance Magnets. I write about lots of new products. Ideally, the new products don't all happen simultaneously, so it's a little easier to write about them. But when it happens, it's good. We've got 6 great products that are being launched today. I'm really excited about it. I hope you guys will be excited about it. And the whole point that we started doing this product launch session at the event is we wanted to know that our attendees can come and see the future of the industry, the future of trading, the future of brokers taking place. And we're really proud that this is the second year that really have a nice diversity of both startups and longer existing companies coming in and presenting the products. So without more of me driving along, David Hall from Topaz.
Thanks, Ron, and thanks for organizing this and giving us a chance to come up and show our wares. I'm really excited to announce the launch of Tapas Alpha today. So Tapas, what is it? It stands for the Trading Analytics Platform as a Service. The vision of creating Tapas was that we've got an insto trading background, and we wanted to bring the power of tick data analytics that's usually available only to the largest banks to retail brokers by delivering it as a service and building it specifically for the retail broking business. So why would we do this? Basically, this might appear to be a bit cliche, but I think it's more true in the trading business, in the electronic trading business than any other I've seen. You just can't manage what you can't measure. And in electronic trading business, which is really high frequency streaming data, you can't use traditional technologies to be able to do this. A lot of people would think this is kind of familiar. You're trying to copy paste some information from your MetaTrader into Excel. At the same time, your customers keep trading and the markets keep moving. So what you're looking at as risk is really a bit out of date. And as your business gets bigger, it gets even worse. So how many of you are satisfied with your current risk management solution? Does it look like any of that? And I'll tell you a bit about who I am and why I think I can solve this. So I've been working in electronic trading and algorithmic trading for big banks for about 20 years. While I was there, we built, most recently at Westpac in their FX division, set up their algo trading platform and the big tick data analytics that underlied it. What I loved about that job is I get to solve complex business problems with really cool technology. What I love more is working with brilliant people. Tom Basik's the CTO of our company. I first met Tom about 15 years ago when I was head of application development at Citigroup in Australia. I brought Tom on board to build our dark pool crossing engine in the equities business. And this is not a small undertaking, and the thing was so successful that it really changed the way Citigroup did algo trading globally. What I love even more than that is delighting customers. And we've been working at a beta test site for about 9 months now. And I was chatting to the head of trading there the other day, and he says to me, David, Tapas is giving me my life back. And I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. Because he doesn't have to sit at his desk anymore to monitor his risk continuously and watch his screens. Basically, we've got a back-end engine that's monitoring his risk for him, and if anything breaches its limits or does anything that's untoward, he basically gets an email. So we live in Sydney, Australia, and that means he can go to the beach. And I think that's quite important. So let's look at a regular STP model of a business. In theory, an STP business is rather risk-free. As soon as somebody takes your price, you STP it to the marketplace. But you and I know things don't always go according to plan. The question you have to have in mind is, how long does it take before you discover that your hedges don't match your client exposure anymore? And when that happened to you last time, how much did it cost you? And as your business grows and you add meta servers or you add liquidity, it doesn't actually get easier. And later you think, my business is going quite well, I've got a bit of flow. Maybe I'll expand my profits by warehousing a bit of risk. And that actually looks, in theory, like a very profitable business because, on average, over the long haul, the house wins, in theory. But you and I know in practice, What really happens is things go wrong. And what you want to think about is, how long did it take you to discover that there was a toxic trader in your warehouse eating up your profits? And when it happened last time, how much did you lose? And so you think about such a challenging environment, does it really make sense that you're going to try and manage your risk by looking in these risk pools or data pools that are sitting in databases that is old data, and then copying that into Excel and hopefully trying to get a consolidated view of what your risk is, all the while your risk is actually changing. So we see that you should transform this business from that sort of business to one where you connect directly to the data sources and you consume live data streams into a platform that is purpose-built for analyzing live data streams. And the first thing we do with it is we do real-time reconciliation. So we match up the data that comes from your MetaTraders, from your bridge, and from your LPs, such that you can actually see everything is matched up. And you can rely on the data that's in our position keeping engine. And we're recalculating your risk and exposure in your P&L in real time as it's happening. And then we have an alerting engine that consumes that information and then sends you alerts and messages based on your requirements. And finally, on top of that, we've got a fabulous visualization layer. So you can build your own dashboards and your own screens and customize them. So how do we do this? Well, we code 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Actually took quite a long time to develop this. But we use technology that's purpose-built for streaming data analytics, which is KDB. It's the de facto standard. The visualization layer, we use something called DataWatch, which there just isn't anything quite like it in terms of being able to create visualization on streaming data, not just static data. And then finally, to bring it to market, we need a partner who had excellent reputation in this marketplace and a 24-hour support team and that sort of thing, so we can project our presence. And so we've partnered with 1Zero, and we integrate quite tightly with their bridge as well because of its open API. So let's have a look at it. When you want to look at Tapas and you think about this question again, how long did it take for you to discover that your hedge didn't match? I'm going to show you this is the visualization of our real-time position-keeping grid. This is what DataWatch looks like. To see if your hedge is matching, we'll first just filter into your A book. Now what I'm bringing together is your hedge positions and your client positions in one table. It's like our customers call it, Excel pivot tables on steroids because it's live. If everything is square, the volume column should be 0, the net volume of your hedge and your client. But what you can see is actually it isn't. And that didn't take very long to quickly figure out that something's wrong and I need to book a hedge trade. And if I want to know more, I can basically zoom in and zoom out and drill down and pivot and sort and just discover all kinds of things. So while you might be looking at this is what you look at. You like to know, under the covers, we've got this real-time reconciliation going on. So what you'll see here is you've got a number of T4 servers and all the messages coming in and a number of your LPs and so forth, and it's telling you instantly.
We have
changing.
2 more minutes.
All right.
Notice from the organizer.
Thanks. And if something doesn't match, you can drill down and see the details there. So looking in the warehouse, how do you analyze your customers and the toxicity? A tree map like this is a very good way to visualize the activity. We're looking at the last 24 hours of trading. We've got some calculations as to how frequently are they trading, how much money are they making, and quickly you can immediately see who's making money, how much are they making, and I can zoom in and out on the time horizon, which I'd like to look at. And we can't speed up time now. Anyway, I can also decide, I only want to look at people who've traded more than 10 times a minute, for example, or who've made a profit, and then really look at what's important. The next thing I'll see is I'll change the color scheme to say, why don't you show me, who's profit making and who's not profit making. The people in the left are my B book, the people in the right are my A book. And effectively, if I've got a big red box on the left side, that's bad. If I've got a big green box on the right side, that's bad. So here, this fellow's made a lot of money. Perhaps I should move them into my A book. When I come over here, there's somebody who's actually potentially profitable for me. It'd be a good idea perhaps to put them in the warehouse. So how do we do this? We simply go over here, we right click, up comes the mouse menu and it says, would you like to move them from A to B or B to A? I push go and this executes. And we integrate tightly with the bridge, so as soon as we do this on our side, we send the messages to the 1.0 bridge and change the rules there such that all the subsequent trades are going into the right book. And I am just about done. 2 more seconds. Think of real time when you think of tapas. That's what our customers think. You want to transform your business from something that looks like this to something that looks like this. And if that is true, please contact myself, or Andrew Ralich, or Ryan, or Michael, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Now we'll speak Hanan from Trade Smarter.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming to the seminar and to London. My name is Hanan from Trade Smarter. I'm going to talk to you about seizing the mobile traffic opportunity, dive into the blue ocean that is out there and no one is really using. It was a very nice presentation, the one before. People usually forget that in order to do all of this magic, you need to get the traders. We are a binary options technology company. The platform, the solution that we've released last quarter is going to be also operational for Forex from the next quarter. Don't know how many of the people here are relevant audience, but bear with me because it's going to be very interesting also for the Forex brokers, not only for the binary. A few words about the traffic marketing, the world that we are living in. Many case studies in the internet researches are showing that first of all, people are using more and more their mobile rather than the desktop. Actually, in 2014, the mobile browsers of the internet, they surpassed desktop, and the number is only going up. And the other thing that you can see here is basically the users of mobile web versus applications on mobile devices, which is growing faster than, so the mobile web is actually growing faster than the applications. Another phenomenon that we see is the fact that people are using cross-device. They are ordering firstly, maybe with the smartphone, they start a transaction. Later on, they go to a tablet. Maybe they come to the office, they close it on the desktop. The world is changing. What is this actually causing the marketeers, the brokers, people who are serving users online? There are two issues basically. To the left, you can see the user experience. People are expecting the same experience across devices. They don't want to use their hands. They don't want to have a different experience, different platforms. Think about it like you are, for example, in the train. You open a Gmail, your Gmail, you start an email, you can go back to the office, finish the email, send it off. That's on the user side. On the marketeer side, they need to make sure that whatever they spend on mobile traffic is actually consumed well. Consumed well, I mean that people are actually using it. People can close a transaction from seeing an ad through maybe going to a landing page on the mobile, on the smartphone, for example, completing a registration, doing a payment, everything on the same device without changing to another device because the screen is too small and so on. What I'm going to show you now is a short movie that shows you our latest platform. It's a single URL platform. You access it from any device. It solves all of those issues that I showed before. Let's see if it works with the sound. There is a sound. Never mind. You can. What you are saying, I will try to cover up for the sound, is basically a single URL platform that works on all devices the same. It is both responsive and adaptive, meaning that we can actually change the way that the buttons are located based on the device. It is sorting out all the issues that I explained before. I think that there is something wrong here, so. Never mind. Anyway, sorry about the hiccups. Single URL, remember it. If you want to talk to us, we'll be available here. Talk to us after the event. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, we have time for one or two questions if someone is interested. Feel free. If not, we will proceed.
Anyone is interested in the biotechnologies at all, all coming from Forex?
Okay. The people have spoken. Okay, so next would be First Technologies.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Anand from First Technologies. Today, we are here to present our multi-asset trading platform. We started off way back in 2012, and we've been developing multiple solutions for different customers. So our vision basically has been ulterior goal has been customer satisfaction. So our team works in an environment which involves out-of-box thinking. It inspires them, challenges them. This challenge is mainly in the interest of servicing the customer's needs. So we started with small development activity, and then we expanded later into the RMS and the OMS side for all sell-side institutions. And we have a team comprising of core financial market experts, research and development team, who constantly research on the latest implementation, latest technologies that is happening in the world. And we have support experts to support all the requirements of customers. So our platform is a complete trading platform which has a front office, a back office, and the middle office. It's not only it's a complete standalone server-side solution. So you have order routing, analytical tools, you have pretty much whatever you could think of as a broker. We chose the name Trader mainly because of our thought process to provide the latest in technology, a strong, capable, robust system, which is adept and has an innate capacity to perform. It's dynamic and it encapsulates all the requirements a trader would need and is accurate and uncompromising as what a broker looks at. The key features of our product is it's a multi-asset trading platform. So we have Forex, we have CFDs, futures, options, all this from a single login. We have an easy to customize interface, simple user interface for managing orders, open positions and filling orders. You can trade from the chart. You can place orders on the chart. You have a quote window. And then we have a feature wherein we support C#, easy language, and we're also into MQL. So when developing the trading platform, our key focus has been a trading server and also an exchange connectivity solution with easy to handle solutions on data distribution as well as market risk. So this simplifies solutions covering institutional brokers, retail, hedge funds, white labels, and introducing brokers. So we have developed more than 20 adapters covering most of the adapters available in the market with a bottom to top approach. So all the design has been done with the end user in mind, with multi-market access with a single login. So we are basically a one-stop shop for all the solutions that a broker would require. So you don't have the problem of you saying that this indicator or this EA or this script is not working with you. That's why we said no. So no case of blame your custom development. As a broker, the power is in your hand. You get an advanced and rule-based risk setting. You have a common risk profile. You have multiple scripting, C#, easy language. And also you have 20 plus market adapters customizable and connecting to all ECNs, banks, exchanges with specific routing. These are some of the liquidity providers that are already configured. You have CME, CQG, ICE, MCX from India, Coronex, Hotspot, EBS, Icon. So this gives unlimited power to customers so they can focus mainly only on their business development, not on what to get from whom, whether it's working, whether it's not working. So you can concentrate more on handling your business. So coming to the customization, you can configure your market maker, STP or ECN, exchanges. Then we also provide a white label solution. So your RMS, risk management, order management, everything is configurable to your custom requirement. We have both A book management and B book management. So these are some of the administrative features. So you can import and export historical data from simple CVS files. You can manage rules on either A book or B book. And then you can manage events across multiple markets. And it's easier for white label partners as well. We have put together a technical support team that can support all the requirements of customer installation, technical issues, 365 days a year, 24/7. Then we also provide hosting services for managing your server licenses. And pretty much the technical support team take care of all your end-to-end requirements. So licensing, you get in touch with us, then we can take things further. So what we have on offer is 2 server deployments as part of the basic package, 1 for demo and 1 for production. So based on your broker business needs, we can customize and deploy the server according to your requirement. And you have full access to the server modules, the documentation, and the API.
And we have 3 more minutes. This is the time for questions, if you have any. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And now fresh from the panel about football, we have Silicon Markets to present their product.
This the let's try that out.
Some of the presenters wish to have presentation mode. And this is why we're experiencing this, but
I understand.
here we are.
Hi guys, my name is Matthew Kirkham and I'm a co-founder of Silicon Markets. And it's going to say Trade Smart, and the reason it says that is we're about empowering retail traders, genuinely adding value. So we're all in an industry where we know that every week something comes out which is innovative or technologically advanced or changing the industry, and it's usually rubbish. Or it's usually falsified information, and we don't like that. So myself, my co-founders, Louis Bell and Bertrand, we sought out to genuinely create some really valuable stuff. Because what we realized is that in technology, geeky, nerdy, younger guys, they can enter the market without any funding. Because you can just build, there's no compliance. But because of the compliance and legal and the disassociations with the standard tech. Oh, sorry guys. Is that? Can you hear me okay? Yeah. Well, I'll just continue that. Because of the lack of understanding in some areas of the market, there's a barrier to entry.
If you want to be heard on the video,
I
it's
understand.
rather to have the mic.
Is it on? Okay, fantastic. That's all right. I'll take that, and we'll just keep going. Because of the disillusion of standard trading stuff, often younger, nerdy, techie guys, they don't want to venture into it. But we saw an opportunity in that we could genuinely create some disruption within the financial industry. So it's very clear that in this industry, marketing is super important, and quite often it seems who shouts the loudest is more important than genuinely has the best product, which is a shame, but the truth. However, that's partly because the same products are being offered to everyone. Now, we all know that algorithmic trading is the future. It's fairly obvious that because banks have had the opportunity to use algorithms for ages, that they're far more prevalent, they're far more useful for traders to make money. However, most people don't have the sheer amount of money you have to push at it to hire quants, to create the infrastructure, to develop it, to put time in to develop it. It takes too long and it's not valuable enough. Please come in. Luca is a colleague of mine. And therefore, retail traders never get access to this stuff. So what do? Well, they create a plugin. You create a plugin for MT4, the platform that everyone uses, the platform that every retail trader understands. And usually that doesn't work as well as it should. So we've chosen to partner with Tradable. And the reason we partnered with Tradable is because the platform is very open. The platform allows traders to develop features and widgets within the platform itself. Most traders trade off a phone or off a screen, one screen. They don't have multiple screens like we're used to with trading. So everything has to be in that one ecosystem. And that was very important to us as an engineering problem when we're thinking about developing our product. So there's multiple ways to attack this problem, and you want to create something powerful and simple to allow traders to trade algorithmically, not understanding it. The first one is a plugin to MT4. I've mentioned before that doesn't work. They have one screen, they can't go between tabs. The next one is to create an entirely separate platform for algorithms, which again, usually doesn't work because then they can't trade manually, they're still learning, they can't get educated, they can't look at their news. So they inevitably go to the EA because that's embedded with MT4. But because the EA is often lacking in transparency or integrity of value and showing what it actually has on an equity curve, what you can expect from the drawdown, you lose money very quickly, you get fed up. So you go to hire someone to build you an EA, because building one yourself is incredibly difficult and it wastes time. And then when they inevitably screw it up for you, you go and buy one. You go and buy a signal, which, as you can see, is usually fairly powerless, but is the most simple. So we needed to create something up here because we don't want to spend millions on marketing. We want to genuinely create some value. So that's where we needed to be, and that was the challenge. So if you're hypothesizing how to build this, you would imagine that a trader is looking at the chart, they're thinking, okay, I'm starting to understand how the market works. And they might add their first indicator. When they add their first indicator, they will probably keep the presets. They might add a few of their own, but they're more likely to keep it there and put it on the chart. And once they've done that, they'll be like, I think I could make money here. I think I can make money in this pattern. They start to see patterns. We've all done it. Everyone sees patterns when they're trading, and that's why you put it on the market. If you go back to the button, you see we have a new strategy embedded within it. So they're looking at the market. They think, I could build a strategy off this. They click the new strategy button, and they can name it. So I'm going to name it Finance Magnets for the purpose of this pitch, and click Create. Now, once I've clicked Create, I go into the builder. Now, as you can see, your chart is still there. You can still monitor the markets, but you now are creating constraints by which to trade algorithmically. So the first thing I put on was a MACD. So I'm going to click Buy When MACD, and once I've entered MACD, the user has boxes generated for them. It's responsive. They don't have to think about it. It's very easy to understand. It pops up intuitively. When they fill in those values, they've now got a buy constraint. Now, that one buy constraint, on average, takes the user about an hour and a half the first time they try and build their own EA, because they have to learn the syntax, they have to read the documentation. It doesn't work. Another example might be a simple crossover strategy. A simple crossover strategy like that in our builder takes 10 minutes. And it's far more complicated than a standard EA because you're able to build it yourself off the model that you put on the chart. So you feel very secure in the algorithm that you've built. That's a fully fledged algorithm. Now, if we look at the backtest and optimize button, they're there because then you can look at your backtest, you can judge your equity curve, and the optimize optimizes it for you. It's not really something the user gets to choose to use. It takes out your massive drawdowns, it takes out the massive news days when you shouldn't have traded, and shows a standardized equity curve. The trading rules is seriously important. Most guys, despite seeing a backtest, would then want to trade as a signal. They'd want to see it. They'd want to see it on their phones. They'd want to see it before they traded on their Mac or on the Windows. And therefore, it has to come through like this. When they're at work, they have to see that they would have bought now. If they're going to inevitably move from having to manually click everything to leaving it so that they can trade 24 hours a day, it's going to have to be very transparent. So that's why we've generated that within our builder. Now, we tested this builder and the way that we built it and rebuilt it with proprietary traders and in-house traders, and it works in just over 95% of use cases. 95% of use cases, this works for proprietary traders based on the models that they're using. It's very powerful. So by accident, asset management have become interested in what we're offering very simply because they can build a strategy far quicker than they ever could before. So they can build a strategy based on a hypothesis, then build 15 variations, then backtest them all before they end up putting it to the quant. They can create a far more powerful algorithm far quicker as a result of our builder. Now, when you feel comfortable that you've built an algorithm that you'd like to share, you can share it on the marketplace, the ecosystem, which again was within the same screen. So you can earn from other people earning using your algorithm. So to put that in perspective, you've built an algorithm without knowing how to code and then put it on a marketplace for everyone to share. We could have stopped there. We could have stopped allowing people to trade algorithms without knowing how to code, but we didn't. We're introducing machine learning, artificial intelligence for the first time into a retail trading platform. But how does that work? Because it's thrown around a lot as a term and not a lot of people understand it. It's predictive modeling. It's modeling on the future. It's looking at what could happen as opposed to what has happened. They've seen technical indicators 1,000 times. Brokers need something different. It's no longer interesting. And if they're going to feel confident, they need to feel like their strategy's been optimized. For those of you that don't know, essentially machine learning is like having 10,000 traders who have no bias psychologically, that are all looking at your constraints that you've entered and then trading off them, coming back to you with the optimum result every second in a second. And that's what they do for you. And then you trade off of it. So they've entered very simple strategies, but it is inevitably so much more powerful. So much more powerful than it otherwise would have been because it gets optimized for them by predictive modeling. And this has never been seen in retail before. So again, I'm going to go back to the button where we saw add indicator, but this time we're going to add a machine learning model.
Just to say, we have 2 more minutes to bear in mind, either for questions, for continuing.
Thank you very much. And I'm going to click deploy. And when I click deploy, you can do one of several things. You can want to use one of our preset models. The preset models, so the retail user can really get in dirty straight away. They can try out the platform immediately and start utilizing it on the financial markets with models that we've generated for them. Or they can enter their own factors and click next. It does some learning, it shows you that it's learning, and then it places it on the market for you. That light blue line there is a machine learning model, predictive modeling, allowing you to better predict what you're going to trade or what the market will do based on the factors that you've entered in the exact optimum way. Now, the builder we entered earlier can be used perfectly with this. So you can use any machine learning model you generate perfectly with the builder. Extremely powerful trading tools integrated seamlessly. So we've solved the following problems. We've allowed algorithmic trading to be accessible to all users. We've created a seamless transition from conception deployment, thinking about your idea to physically trading it. And then we've embedded all the powerful software into the platform so you don't have to escape it. And then we've introduced machine learning for the first time to retail traders. So how much is it? How much do you charge for such power? It's free. We're releasing it completely free because we know it works. We don't have to charge because we know individuals will talk about it organically, that they'll be able to use it to optimize their trading strategies, that asset management firms will be genuinely interested in creating more strategies quicker. You will never miss a strategy again. We know that, and that's why we can provide it for free. I wasn't lying when I said Silicon Markets are going to do something different. We're going to create powerful, disruptive technology in the market. And I'm sorry if I slightly overrun that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for the lively presentation. And now we'll hear James Rezicki from ThinkForex. Yes.
So where were the seminars? I'm not sure which one. Yeah, right, okay. None of these. This one. No, top one, not top one. No, sorry. Above that rather. The one in the middle. Oh, the folder. No, go back. Smart trading presentation. Right. Okay, cool. Okay, what's that one? Hello? Right, tough act to follow there, but I'll do my best. So I'd like to talk to you today about Smart Trader, what we believe is the new paradigm in white label technology. Think Prime is the company. My name's James Reisky. I work for Think Prime. We're the institutional arm of ThinkForex. We're a leading CFD and FX provider in the Asia region. Leveraging off our success over there, we've established our institutional presence in Europe under our FCA license and are now targeting growth through effective B2B partnerships, basically. At the heart of our rapid growth is a commitment to effective risk management and the development of proprietary trading and risk management technology. So even though that sounds easy to say up here, it's difficult to actually implicate, and we built ourselves on that solid foundation. Although we've historically offered the third-party platforms that our clients have provided, the usual suspects, MT4, etc., we've always built and fully integrated the risk management technology behind it. We at Think Prime believe there's a real need in the market for a go-to provider of white label trading solutions. So if you look at the big three UK multi-asset class brokers, the traditional spread bettors, we all know who they are. They've pretty much turned their backs on the white label space, preferring to concentrate on direct client acquisition through huge marketing campaigns, consolidation. Obviously, there've been a lot of tie-ups recently, and historically, we felt that the big players have only really given the major financial brands any real love. We feel smaller players who chose, off-the-shelf FX platforms, because of the removal of barriers to entry with regards to technology, are now looking for an alternative or complementary offerings that are still equally accessible. So there's still not the barriers to entry, but offer a broad mix of products that can basically smooth their P&L curves. They're basically not as reliant on FX volumes. That is why we built Smart Trader. So here's the desktop platform. Smart Trader is fully customizable for partners by look and feel. It was built with this in mind, basically. So color schemes, fonts, screen layouts, and branding can all be changed easily. Smart Trader allows our partners to create a unique trading environment for their clients. The platform's built in HTML5 code base, which gives play to stunning aesthetics and a really responsive widget-based layout. So the drag and drop functionality of the widget platform enables our partners' clients to create their own personalized trading experience and tailor, using frame docking or tearing off widgets, tailor the platform to their own trading style, basically. From a trader's perspective, clients have a full suite of order types and can set stops and limits by price level, pips away, all P&L. Also, for money manager partners, they basically have full access to trading and administration tools across their full suite of managed or advisory client accounts, all from the same UI. So we've really kind of tried to cover as many bases from the off for all the different types of partners we could see through the platform. We've built Smart Trader from inception with a mandate that's easy to use for clients, but configured for even the most advanced trader. So it's scalable in terms of the clients that use it. And basically trying to provide a holistic trading experience for the majority of active traders. So as you can see from the picture, the HTML5 experience gives some really nice charting, very attractive to retail. Clients have a wide variety of indicators and the ability to customize them on the fly. Clients can trade from charts and amend existing orders using drag and drop, so drag stops and limits around. It's basically a very easy, intuitive platform in line with most modern UI trends, basically. Clients can create and customize their own dashboards, tear them off into multiple screens, giving a true multi-screen trading environment. Also, we offer our white label partners and our clients a full back office portal for account administration. So this is single sign-on. So clients can log into the Smart Trader platform, but if they've equally got EAs running on MT4, they can monitor those inside the platform as well. So due to its modular nature, not only do we give out a portal to our partners, but equally they integrate their own portals as well into the platform. White label partners and standard also get a full management portal, back office and IB portal for all their reporting. So Smart Trader gives our partners client leading integrated tools, auto charters, Randscore, Reuters News, all from the off, basically. The flexible layout means that also partners can add their own custom tools, web assets, iframes, platforms, etc. So if we've got partners that want to run seminars, they can have their own video suite within the platform. If they've got a technical analysis site that's a popular site, they can draw the attention of the traders inside the platform. So we've really made it to interact with partners that that really add value outside of being a broker, basically. So it's really aimed at IBs who add add real value to their client experience. We also got a web trader as well, as you can see, and I mean this is fully supported in all browser types, and of course no offering is complete without mobile apps. So all your native mobile apps are available. Partner clients benefit from full trading functionality on the apps. We've also got auto chartists, news feeds, alerts, alarms, etc., built into the app as well, just to keep people really in tune with how their account's performing, and just aid their trading experience. Because it's widget based as well, we can be quite flexible. I mean, it really fits in with clients' online trading experience. They can tear off widgets, keep it, hide it, make it less visible, so that at work they can trade on the sly. The widget layout makes it seamless.
2.5
as well.
minutes to go.
2.5 minutes, no worries. Makes it seamless for partners to plug in third-party trading tools as well. So what's important as well, it's not just a GUI. We have a full suite of open APIs as well. So we have partners who want to build their own tech or integrate their own tech, or any kind of proprietary UI can be hooked up via our suite of trading APIs. We've got Fix and REST for trading, REST for account reporting, and an onboarding REST API as well. As you can see, we've got full optimized low latency server setup that's fully redundant. So for those of you that are more used to selling technology than actually building it, I can tell you our network's state of the art, scalable, and as my CEO is always telling me, very expensive. So it's a considerable amount of time and money has gone into building our setup. We spent a lot of time and resources building the infrastructure first, really just so we've got a solid foundation for further tech development. And that's important, that we built the infrastructure first in order to add layers on top. So Think Prime partners share with us in the benefits of offering a true multi-asset class platform, giving access to new client segments and a smooth P&L curve through diversification by asset class. Smart Trader offers our partners clients a fair, balanced and feature-rich trading experience across all mediums. We also have embedded our own proprietary risk engine, which ultimately is very good at optimizing flow. So it works out the flow that should be warehoused, it works out the flow that should be hedged, and the flow that's somewhere in between is treated separately, basically. So off the back of our risk engine, we can offer really good commercial packages around P&L splits, spread shares, markup deals. So it's primed for clients with a good book of retail business. It's available in 17 languages immediately. I said it's a complete back office solution. It's via Omnibus or via branded IB style white label. And as I say, open backend API gives the opportunity for clients with an existing book of business to upload their client data straight into the back office.
And we are just about to finish.
No problem. Well, anyone wants to discuss it anymore, we've got a stand in the corner. Come and grab me. Lovely.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Last but not least is Goldeyes Tom Higgins. One of the more colorful people of this industry, no doubt. No pun intended.
Click which button is it? Hello there. I'm Tom Higgins, and I'm CEO and founder of Goldeye. And today we're launching a new product in conjunction with Traycore, which is the Goldeye Broker 360. That was our team, by the way, so in Guildford. Now, when you start a brokerage or you want to grow an existing brokerage, there's certain things, certain sort of hygiene factors that you have to actually function. So obviously the first one is, how am I going to trade? So you're going to choose a trading system. A lot of people choose MetaTrader or Tradable now or other type of platforms. How am I going to onboard my customers? Now you could just key them straight into the trading platform, but that's time consuming and cumbersome and not very good. How am I going to do my KYC and my AML? Because I've got to make sure that I'm meeting all the regulatory requirements of my customers in whatever region of the world I'm in. And so I have to do KYC and AML, and it does depend where those clients are in the world. And there's no use having the clients on board if they don't have any money in the system. So you've got to be able to get money quickly and easily in and out of the system. You then, once you've got your clients on board and they're trading, you need to analyze them. Are you going to A, book them, B, book them? What are you going to do with them? So you've got to analyze their activity. And you've got to support your introducing brokers, because introducing brokers are often key to your business. Many people rely on introducing brokers to bring them their clients. So there is the old way. So the old way, where you have many different providers, lots of different integrations. It's very complicated, it's cumbersome, it's time consuming, and it can take years to integrate. You'll end up with something that does what you want, but you then can't change it. It's very inflexible, very expensive. So this is the new way, where you have a single connection to your trading system. And that single connection allows you to move a whole load of work into the new platform. So the automated onboarding you can then allow that to take place. And with that, your clients can look at your website, fill in the necessary details, and they can go on immediately off to KYC and AML in the correct jurisdiction. So if they're in one part of the world, they'll go to one KYC, another part will go to another one. So you can choose to do the correct KYC and AML for your clients. Once you've got all that data in there, then you've got CRM. So a CRM is really the heart of any business. Knowing what your clients are doing, how they're trading, where they're trading, how they're performing is really key. So it has a built-in CRM system. Global payment providers are also important because you've got to get the money in and out, but there are different technologies and different ways and different payment methods in different parts of the world. So the new way allows you to do that. It needs to be connected to your trading platform. It needs to be tightly coupled. MT4 is completely tightly coupled using our integration, and there are other platforms too that are integrated. But instead of taking years to do this, because this is already built and it's a turnkey system, you can have it live in only a week. Very quick to deploy. So with your client onboarding, it's fully automated, as I said. So your client can sign up on the website, doesn't need to go through any humans. It can go straight off. It can go through the correct KYC and AML, and it makes sure that the regulators, you're compliant with your regulators, what they're doing. And that's really important because you can sign up quickly and you can sign up properly. There are other advanced features once you've got the data in there. So you can have a single screen showing you your 360-degree analytics. So you can have all the information about your client on a single page, so you know what they're doing, everything about them on a single page. That then helps you analyze your clients so you can do your segmentation for marketing. So you can work out how to market to your clients. What information do I send to one group as opposed to another group? Because all that data is in that system. Having IBs in the system then means you can provide screens to your IBs to allow them to analyze their clients themselves. So you extend the power of your system out to your IBs. And a bonus system is an example of something that they would use in this case. So payment processing, as I said, is different in different parts of the world. And this is just an example of some of them that are connected. And there's many, many different payment providers around the world and different payment mechanisms, from old-fashioned ones to new modern type payment mechanisms. There is also an integration hub which allows you to connect to hundreds and hundreds of other platforms which are already in existence. So there's other applications on the web to allow you to do all sorts of different analytics that are already connected. And there's over 300 of those already. So in summary, if you want to take your brokerage and you want to ensure regulatory compliance with your KYC and your onboarding, if you want to save time and save money, and you want to give a really good service to your IBs, and you get a huge advantage and a head start on your competition. And of course, as we always do with all our products, if you want to make more money, then come and talk to us. We're on stand 50 about Goldeye Broker 360. And at this show, if you come to and talk to us today, or soon afterwards, and you get a 50% reduction on your setup fee for the initial setup. Thank you very much.